guys?
What's up? What's up? This is
Rideout Reviews.
Rideout Reviews. What we're going to do is review some movies for you.
Yep.
And today's movie is...
Men in Black International.
Yeah, Men in Black International. It's so awesome. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I liked it too. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. So, the movie is about a woman, Agent M, and that is Tessa Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
She's a pretty good actor. Yeah, she did a good job in this movie.
Actress.
Yeah, my bad. Actress. Yeah, she's a pretty good actress. And what happens is when she's a kid, she actually sees aliens, and then her parents get neuralized. Mm-hmm. That's when they stick that thing in your face. Mm-hmm. Put the glasses on. But hers, it didn't wipe away her memory, and she remembered seeing an alien. Mm-hmm. And so her whole life after that incident, she's been searching for that alien. Mm-hmm. Not the alien, but the group of men that had come to her house that night. Right. And she finds it, and then she becomes a probationary agent, and then that's whenever all of the chaos and craziness and action happens. And so that's what the movie's about. Yeah. What did you think about the movie?
I liked it. Like I said a second ago, I thought it was pretty funny. There were some parts that were kind of like forced humor, which is in a lot of movies now, but there was also some that was just like naturally funny and you just couldn't help but laugh. So I would say like my favorite character was the little green dude. If you guys have seen him on the commercial, it says, "I pledge my allegiance to my queen." And that is actually the voiceover for that character is Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, he's a pretty. I don't know if he's new because I haven't seen him in anything.
It's like new to us.
But yeah, but recently I have been watching a lot of shows that he's been in. I watched The Twilight Zone. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jordan Peele. That's an awesome show. He's the front guy on there. Yeah. But he was good in that. And then also he's on a new movie coming out, Stuber.
It looks really
Batista.
funny.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny. Yeah, he was in that as well. But yeah, he's in this movie as that little short guy. Mm-hmm. And I think, to me, that guy was pretty funny too.
Yeah, I think without that guy, I would not have liked this movie as much. But
well, definitely. Yeah, not as much. I thought there was other things that it was funny. I like to play off of Chris and off of Tessa. Mm-hmm.
Because Agent H and Agent M.
Yep, Agent H and Agent M. Yeah, they were funny. I thought they did good together. They had a good chemistry.
They did.
But yeah, it would not have been as funny without that little man.
Part of that chemistry may have been they were in a movie before. I think they were in Thor Ragnarok.
That's right.
And then they were also in
Avengers. Yeah, but Thor Ragnarok definitely. She and he are both from Asgard. Mm-hmm. And I would give a spoiler about Avengers, but you can't. That's Endgame.
Yeah, we can't do that. We wouldn't do that to you guys.
So it's pretty good. What do you rate it? As in, like, how good do you think the movie is? So we do a rating on 5 R's for Rideout Reviews.
Yeah.
And we're gonna tell you how good we think the movie is. What do you think? What do you think it was?
So, are you talking about like my personal opinion of what the movie was? So I would probably give it a 3.5.
Let's be specific. 3 or 3.5?
I'll go with 3. I did really like it. I thought it was funny, but it's not like one of those movies that years from now I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, you remember that movie? But it was a movie that to me was worth going to the theaters to watch. So, I've seen better movies, but I've seen way worse movies too. So I think right there in the middle, a little bit above the middle to a 3 is where I would put it.
I think so too. I think it's a 3. It was funny. Yeah, they had good chemistry. Like I said, the little man, Kumail, was pretty funny in the movie. He was awesome. And there was good action, but it was a generic plot, nothing out of the normal or anything like that. So it wasn't anything. Yeah, it wasn't nothing mind-blowing or nothing. But to go watch it, eat some popcorn, have fun on a date night or something, I think it's worth it. So you should check it out. Yeah. We also want to talk a couple of other things about it, because including watching the movie and reviewing it like that, we want to also talk to you about how we think other people can look at it. What do you think about the, horror or intensity, scary parts in the movie?
Well, I mean, the movie in and of itself wasn't really that scary. I think it was just more like sci-fi, but like fun sci-fi, if that's a distinction. Yeah. But there was a part where 2 of the aliens, they're twins, where they kind of transform their body they can transform their body into a human body, but then whenever they go back to their alien body, it's just kind of scary.
Yeah. So when the movie first starts, it shows a scene that kind of gets like the lights blink off and on. It gets dark and light, and it just shows the
Oh, I
intensity.
forgot about that. Yeah, that is scary.
So it shows the intenseness of the character, the alien. They're the bad guys in the movie, and that could be pretty intense for younger kids to watch. Also, I think when they drop a body off the edge of the off the edge of the building, and that body kind of looks kind of slimy and nasty. But other than that, really, that's the worst of the worst in the intensity, scary part. What about violence?
I mean, there was a couple scenes. I mean, action scenes for sure. I would say the main violence was like shooting, but they were using like alien guns, so like blue lasers and stuff. So it wasn't
like real guns. They weren't shooting like guns that you could see in stores or anything like that. So, but it was a lot of shooting. Yeah. But it was just like fake alien guns. It was pretty cool, lasers shooting up and everything. Yeah. I know there was a couple of fight scenes where they were punching and stuff, but I don't recall any blood. Do you recall blood?
I don't remember blood either. So I think it was pretty clean
fighting.
It's pretty
tame in that respect. So fighting's not too bad. Violence ain't too bad. It's action though, so it's cool to watch, but it's not gory. Yeah, that's probably the best word. Yeah, it wasn't anything gory. The language, I don't think it was that bad.
No, we talked about it after the movie. I didn't really notice that much. I mean, I think in majority of movies, if they're rated PG-13, they're going to have a couple curse words in them.
But it wasn't too many. I can only remember hearing, like, I guess if you classify curse words, a major curse word, and that was the S word. But that was, I only heard it one time. The other one were just like the A word. And that, I think that's it, really.
Yeah, so there wasn't that much language, so it wasn't that noticeable. I mean, I've seen a lot of movies that have way more cussing than that.
So it was pretty tame in that respect. Yeah. Drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, so there was a couple scenes where they were drinking alcohol. It was like alien alcohol, but it was still like there's a club scene. And so, but it doesn't show any like illicit drug use. So
nothing like that. Nothing like really that you could. Nothing like...
What you would say hard drugs, I guess.
Yeah, it was just alcohol mostly. And, like I said, the club scene kind of showed it, but it was really more like alien drugs. You see alien drinking and stuff like that. Wasn't that bad. I think sexuality in it, I don't think it was that bad either. At the very beginning, it showed a little bit more, but it was a scene where Agent H, that's Chris, woke up next to an alien. And... it had like some kind of innuendo. I'm not going to say what it is because part of the movie is pretty funny.
Yeah, don't want to spoil it. The only thing it shows, though, is just Chris Hemsworth with his shirt off. And he gets dressed very quickly after that. Yeah. So there's not any kind of nudity in it.
Not at all.
As far as just like sexual, like, I guess references, I guess would be the right word. I think that there were some in it, but not many that I think that kids would catch on to. It was more of just, it was pretty mild though in the context of like all movies, I would say. So there was a couple like in the club scene about kind of like hooking up with people and whatnot.
Also, there was one where Chris comes back into the place after he does a mission, and there's a lot of women around, and they're goggling over him.
They're like, oh, you're so cute.
So I think that's about really it I can think of in the movie. So it was good. I meant to ask you earlier though, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Well, I already said my favorite character was the little green dude, and so pretty much anything that he was in, I just really liked. I just thought he was so funny, and
you could tell he kind of stole the show in the commercials. And he literally probably pretty much steals the show in the movie too. He's pretty funny.
That's my favorite part. I mean, I like the whole movie, but those like the scenes where he's like bantering back and forth between him and Agent H, which is Chris Hemsworth, it's just funny. It's just really funny, and it doesn't feel like super pushed. Like it's just funny.
It's back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Mine too. That's probably my favorite character was him. My favorite part. I liked the action too, but it was a pretty funny movie. I think it worked real well. Next, we also like to talk about worldview. Yeah. So when you watch this movie, as Christians, we want to just talk about how we see it and how we think that this portrays the world that we live in today. And so with this
kind of
movie,
like lessons that we can get out of it.
maybe
too.
something that we can get out of it from watching.
Conversation starters with your friends or with your kids.
Yeah, because this can also be a way to witness to others, just talking about a movie, and it's a good way to get in with them to understand how they see things.
Right.
But in this movie, the main thing is that a lot of the times it talks about the girl that we talked about, Agent M, in the movie. After seeing that alien, she's actually tries to search for purpose and meaning. She says she actually just wants to know more about the universe and how it works.
Yeah, she says she wants to know the truth of all that's in the universe.
The truth of the universe, and so she goes about looking and searching through that stuff, and in one scene it actually says the universe has a way of pushing you where you need to be when you need to be there.
And Liam Neeson said that.
Yeah.
Good old Liam Neeson.
The old Liam Neesons. So in this movie, it actually kind of portrays a world that it's kind of like nature or Earth or like the universe in its way as God, and that it moves people and shows them where they need to be, kind of like a fate, more like it's like fate takes you, destiny takes you where you need to be, fate pushes you where you need to go. So I think that's a big point in this movie. If people that watch it, just people that believe in fate, like oh, I know it's gonna happen because the universe planned it that way.
I think that the way that you can use that, like whenever you're talking to your kids or to other, friends you have or whatever, is that like, or non-believers, like everybody is searching for something, and that's evident in this movie with the main character, Agent M. She's looking for something. She's looking for answers. She wants to know the truth, and all of that it has to be, about the world, and that's what we all want. We all want to know, like, what is real, what's not real, like where do we come from, where are we going, all those questions. And so though this movie doesn't get to the true,
the truth
not
is
true,
the truth.
but the true destination, which is God, it is a good conversation starter to be able to start talking about those ideas of like what is true and what are we looking for.
Yeah, the big ideas of the world, it's like why are we here? And what's my purpose? And those things can be found in Jesus. Yeah. In this movie, they're found in other things, but that's how we can portray it or see it, because it helps us to know that those aren't questions that we're just asking. Right. Those are questions that the entire world's asking. So I believe it's a redeemable movie. So that means that I believe that we can get something out of it. Right. It's not just trash that you shouldn't even watch. Yeah. It's actually something that you can watch, get something out of it, and help you talk to other people in the world. And also just enjoy it. It's just fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch that movie. It's a popcorn movie. Yeah. It was pretty fun. So if another thing we like to do is we also like to rate age groups to be able to watch this movie. Right. Not how good it is, but like how appropriate it may be for kids to watch. And we do that on a scale of 1 to 5 as well, with ours. Because it's Rideout Reviews. Of course, yeah. So what would you say kids movie? For kids, so like up to age 12, I guess is what we'll say. I would say maybe a 3, just because there was like a couple curse words and then a couple sexual innuendos, and then like we said about the aliens, they were kind of scary in a couple of those scenes. So, some of the more adult content they probably wouldn't get, but I think more so for like that scary part of it that may be a little bit too scary for them. I think between like up to 12, I think it is probably about 2.5. That's what I would say. But yeah, you're right. You had to say just 1 though. We can't have that in between. Is it 2 or 3? Well, the rating is from 1 to 5. So 2.5 is. It is on that spectrum. So I give it 2.5 R's. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I think the curse words, even though there's not very many, I don't know if I'd want to expose my children to that at this age. Also, it is kind of scary. In those, the scenes continue to reoccur because they're in and out of those bodies, so it does have that intensity, and it's majorly intense at the very beginning, and it may just cause your kid to scream and cry out. So that's something that I wouldn't want to expose it. But as a teen, 13 to 17, I'd give it 4 R's. Because, me too. I don't think there's like very much badness in it. Like I said, it has a couple of curse words, and I think they'd be old enough to handle the intense scenes. Yeah. As an adult, it's definitely 5 R's. 5 R, yeah. There's no problem for them to watch it. It's a good movie, redeemable. So it's a good movie. I hope you guys check it out. Me and Grace, which I guess we didn't introduce ourselves. But
Oh yeah,
it's
my
Paul
bad. And Grace.
again. Yeah. So it was pretty good. I'd watch it, and I'd invite you other guys to watch it as well.
Yeah, we'd love to know what you guys thought about it too. Whenever you do go to see it,
Put it in the comments.
yeah, put it in the comments below. Let us know kind of those same questions on, the intensity of it, the language that you heard in it.
What is there anything that we missed from it? And
Yeah.
What do you think about the movie? And do you think that it can relate to us in this life? And if you can use it to be a springboard for conversation, Christian and godly conversation, gospel conversation.
Yeah, give us ideas for that, because we're always looking for ways that we can bring up the gospel with people in a normal way, I guess you would say, in a non-scary way. I guess.
For sure. Yeah. Hey, and if there's a movie you want us to review or talk about, then shoot that in the comments too.
Yeah, let us know. We love to watch movies.
Yeah, we love watching movies, man. But we'll see you guys, man. Hope you check us out. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And then put that ringer to the bell, so that we know that you're checking us out and you enjoy our content.
Yeah.
As well as like this video. Thank you.
Peace out.